Assalamualaikum everyone. Today we are going to discuss the mock test that you did last week. So let's start. Okay, the first part, for your information, you have to answer 8 questions, yeah? 8 MCQ questions where you have to choose A, B or C as the best answer. So for the first question, what you have to do is you have to read the email. Dear Uncle Matt, thank you very much for the novels you bought me. They were really interesting to read. How did you know reading is my favorite hobby? Mother's taking me to the bookshop tomorrow to get more. Love, Sarah. So here, from the message here, Sarah wants her uncle to know that. So here, the answer is actually B, that his present was suitable for her. He's referred to the uncle. Where can we get the answer? Okay, so let's look at the email here. Thank you very much for the novels you bought me. They were really interesting to read. So that means the present was suitable for her. It's not that she has a new hobby. No, because it is stated here that reading is her favorite hobby. And then another thing is, it's not that she's looking forward to reading the books. Because here it is stated that they were really interesting to read. So that means she already read the book. Okay, so that would be the explanation for the first question. Let's move on to the second question. The badminton club members will get a chance to take part in a big competition. In this question, the answer is C. Where to get the answer? When we look at the notes here, it is stated, join our club and train to be a champion for the national badminton tournament this coming December. So that's how you know the answer is actually C. You will get a chance to take part in a big competition. What is the big competition? The national badminton tournament this coming December. Alright, so here when you look at this question, I'm not sure whether you realize this or not, but then I started the explanation by reading the question first. So that's what you have to do when you want to answer such question. You have to make sure you read the question first before you look at the notes, before you look at the text given. Alright, so that you know what you have to do. You know what you need to look for. Okay, let's continue with the third question. Green Hill Forest Park is, the answer is A, suitable for all ages. Where to get the answer? Let's look at the text here. This amazing forest park is popular among hikers as it has several paths. From easy to difficult, children and adults can hike up the hill and enjoy the beautiful views of the landscape around the city. So here it is stated children and adults. Okay, so that means it is suitable for all ages. Does it located in the countryside? No, because here it is stated you can see the landscape around the city. So it's not in the countryside. And then C, very challenging for hikers. No, that's not the answer. Why? Because here it is stated it has several paths from easy to difficult. So now let's continue with the fourth question. Adam and DB. Okay, so now number 4, the story is about, here it is stated the answer is B, searching for a lost family. So where to get the answer? Let's look at the text now. This book tells a story of Adam and DB the dragon. They travel to find DB's family, and along the way they meet a few new friends and enemies. So here it is stated that they travel to find DB's family. So that means the story is about searching for a lost family. This one is actually very easy. So please try your best to answer this kind of question correctly. Yeah, be very careful. For the first part, question 1 to 8, it is actually very easy. As long as you understand the question and you are able to understand the text, then for sure you are able to answer the question correctly. Question number 5. Okay, so now remember, look at the question first. So here it is stated, shoppers will get. So here the answer is C, a discount when spending above a certain amount. Where can we get the answer? Here it is stated, spend over 50, you'll get a 10% discount. Okay, It's not about getting 10% discount on all products, no. And it's not about a free gift or toy if they spend over 50, no. Here it is stated, when you spend over 50 on selected items in our gift and toy departments. Okay, it's not that you will get a free gift or toy. That's not the case here. Let's continue. Question number 6 here, dear Tommy. So number 6, Calvin is asking Tommy. The answer here is A, to go to ice skating classes with him. So where can we get the answer? Here it is stated, I am interested in attending the new ice skating classes, but my parents will only agree if you do it too. So here that means if Calvin wants to join the new ice skating classes, he has to make sure that Tommy, his friend, join the same class as well. Only then his parents will agree. Alright, so here number 6, the answer is Calvin is asking Tommy to go to ice skating classes with him. Okay, let's continue. Question number 7. Hassan, I have an urgent meeting. So number 7, Hassan has to. You have to figure what Hassan has to do based on the message given. So here it is stated, Hassan, I have an urgent meeting and we'll be back late today, so you'd better get the bus home. Lunch is ready, but remind your father to prepare the dinner. I need you to give your little brother a quick shower and don't forget to feed him. So here the answer is actually very straightforward. You can see here, Hassan has to take care of his brother. As it is stated, I need you to give your little brother a quick shower and don't forget to feed him. Okay, so that's where you get the answer. This one is very easy. Okay, Hassan, he doesn't have to cook dinner for his father. Why? Because here it is stated already. Remind your father to prepare the dinner. So father will prepare the dinner. And then does Hassan have to take the bus to school? No, he has to get the bus home. Okay, he has to take the bus to go back to his home, to his house, not go to the school. Alright, so now let's continue with question number 8, the last one for the first part. For the MCQ question, this is the last question, question number 8. The advertisement says that, so you have to look at the advertisement here, Surya Camp. An adventure camp by the river with lots of fun and challenging outdoor activities. Sign up now. Limited places available for teenagers aged from 17 to 19 years old. So here, it is actually very simple. You get few information from the advertisement. So here, what you can get would be B. The answer is B. Teens can book a place online. Where can we find the answer? It is from this part. For reservation, go to www.suryacamp.com.my. So that's how you know that in order for teenagers to join the camp, they can book the place online, because here it is stated reservation. That means if you want to join the camp, you can book the place online. Okay, so does the camp open to all? No, not actually, because here it is stated for teenagers aged from 17 to 19 years old only. So that means it is limited for teenagers only, not to all. And then A, activities at the camp are limited. No, it's not the activities. As here it is stated, lots of fun and challenging outdoor activities. So you will be able to join lots of fun and challenging outdoor activities. It's not limited. The limited thing would be the limited places. Okay, it is stated limited places available. Alright, so that would be the explanation for question number 8. So we have finished discussing about the first part. Okay, part 1. Consisting of question number 1 to question number 8. So hopefully you are able to understand. If you don't understand this part, please message me or you can comment here. Alright, so now let's continue with the second part, which is part 2. What you have to do is you have to write the correct word in the space provided. Okay, so you have to look at the underlined errors here. For example, question number 9, waking up. Question number 10, walk. So those are the underlined errors. So what you have to do is you have to correct the words. Okay, you have to write the correct word in the space provided. So here, let's look at the first part. The first answer, number 9, weak. Why the answer is weak? Because here, however, I still managed to. Remember, after to, you have to use a root word. So instead of saying waking up, you say wake, right? Question number 10. While I was walking. Why walking? Because here, you use was. Okay, the text use was. So remember, when you use a verb to be, is, am, are, was, were, you have to add up ing. So instead of saying walk, you say walking. Question number 11. Okay, here, them stop. So it's not them stop. Remember, them would be the object. Okay, so here, when you start the sentence, you have to use the subject. So the subject is they. They, them. They, them. Okay, remember that. For example, he, her. He, her. He, him. She, her, like that. Okay, but you can actually say he, her as well. For example, he hates her. Okay, so he would be the subject here. Her would be the object. Okay, same goes to she and him. She likes him. She is the subject here, and him would be the object. So in this case, when you use them is actually the object. So you have to change it into they. Question number 12, sorry. Number 12, the answer is quickly. Why quickly? So here, as you can see, the word here is I quick said yes. So it should be I quickly said yes. Said is a verb. So when you use adverb, you usually use ly. Usually. Okay, so it becomes I quickly said yes. Question number 13. Okay, this one is very easy because this one is article. I went to a office. No, I went to the office. Why? Because you know already. Okay, when we reach school, I went to the office. It's either an office or the office. But here, as you know, it is the school's office. So you use the. Okay. Number 14, classmate. So the answer would be classmates. This one is also very easy. Because when we talk about noun, usually it would be, the options would be between singular and plural. That's it. So if the wrong answer here is classmate, make it plural, classmates. That's it. As simple as that. Number 15. So here, it is stated, later I entered my classroom and met my classmate. Oh, that one is number 14, sorry. Number 15. They were all very friendly. We had fun playing games during my English lesson. So here, as you can see, in question number 15, the sentence starts with we. So when you use we, for sure you have to say our. If you say I, you can say my. I hate my English teacher, for example. Or you can say I love my English teacher. When you say I, you can say my. But here, because the subject is we, you have to use our. We had fun playing games during our English lesson. Okay, now move on to question number 16. Number 16, the answer, this one is number 16, not 15, yeah? Number 16, the answer is who. Why? Because here, when you look at the sentence, after the break, I went to the library and was greeted by a librarian, Jason, who was also my class monitor. When you talk about a person, remember, we have learned this one before. When we talk about a person, you have to use who. Jason, who was also my class monitor. When you talk about things, you can say which. Okay, when you talk about places, you can say where. When you talk about time, you can use when. But here, because Jason is a person, you have to use who. Okay, the answer for question number 16 is who. 16, yeah, not 15. Okay, now let's, another thing that I have to remind you. This part is actually very strict. So that's why you have to be extremely careful when you answer this part. If you answer this part with capital letter, for example, question number 9. If you answer the question with capital letter, then it will be considered as wrong. Why? because week here is in the middle of the sentence. So you can't put capital letter. You can't use capital letter in the middle of a sentence unless it is a proper noun. Okay? So for example, if question number 9, week, you answer the question with capital letter, then it is wrong. But look at question number 11. Number 11, it starts the word. It starts the sentence. They stopped. Okay? They stopped. So that's why you have to use capital letter because it starts the sentence. That's why this part is actually very tricky, very strict. You have to be very careful, especially regarding the spelling. If you spell the word incorrectly, for example, you spell classmates with only one S. Okay, class CLASM. Okay, so only one S, so it is wrong. Okay, spelling. You have to be very careful with the spelling. Another one, you have to be very careful with the capital letter or small letter. Okay, if it is in the middle of the sentence, remember, unless it is a proper noun, ya. Proper noun tu yang macam, names, names of places, names of people, for example. Okay, but if it is like simple word like wake, walking, quickly, those things. Okay, words in the middle of the sentence, you have to make sure you use small letter. Kalau dia start the sentence, okay, for example, question number 11, it starts the sentence, you have to use capital letter. Be very careful for this part because I received many messages asking about their answers for this part, for part 2, why their answer is wrong. It is because of the careless mistakes that they did. Okay, because of the small letter, the capital letter, the spelling as well. Okay, so be very careful. This part is very strict. Okay, now let's continue. Question number 17 to 24. This one is for part 3. What you have to do is you have to read the text first. And then you have to answer the question. But for your information, in order for you to answer this question, it would be easier if you start with the question first. Because when you start with the questions first, that means you are able to know, you will get the idea of the things that you need to search later when you read the text. So maksudnya kita baca soalan dulu, we try to figure what we have to search later when we read the text. Okay, so for example here, you read first the Sugar Girls year form. So that means you have to find the year they formed the band. Okay, and then music company they work for. Then name of the most successful album. Copies of second album sold. The biggest challenge. The thing they do before a show. And future projects. So here, once you get the idea of the things that you have to find in the text, now read the text. Okay, so Rising Stars, the Sugar Girls, you read about them. Okay, Lisa, Nina, Julie, and Tasha. Okay, how they first met. Okay, they quickly hit it big after releasing their first album. Their success is the result of a lot of hard work. The girls have a routine. So you read through the text. Okay, read through the text and try to find the answers for the questions just now. Just now you have read the questions. So now you know what you have to find. So when you read the text, try to find the answers while reading the text. Okay? And then another thing is, try to make sure that you understand the whole thing as well. But then if you are not able to understand the whole thing, at least try your best to understand the idea of the whole text. Okay? For example here, when we talk about Rising Stars, the Sugar Girls, it talks about the journey of Lisa, Nina, Julie, and Tasha, of how they become popular stars now. Okay, so here, where to get the answer for question number 17? As you can see here, they to form a girl group called the Sugar Girls in 2014. So year form 2014, not 2015. 2015. They won Teenage Voice, a local singing contest. Okay, they formed the girl group in 2014. Question number 18. Music company they work for. So this one is actually easy. But many students tend to make mistakes with this question. They said that the answer is RTV Entertainment. But here, when you look at this part, they were offered, okay, so here in 2015, they won Teenage Voice, a local singing contest, and were offered a recording contract with RTV Entertainment. So they were offered. But here, when you look at the other sentence, okay, the sentence after that statement, however, the girls decided to choose Sunshine Recording. Okay, Sunshine Recording. So that means the music company they work for would be Sunshine Recording, not RTV Entertainment. So be very careful. Okay, when you read the text, be very careful. And another thing is you have to make sure that you check your answers, okay, over and over again so that you are confident with the answers that you give. Okay, now question number 19. Name of the most successful album. This one as well, many students tend to make mistake. The answer is Promise, as you can see here. Second album called Promise. This album was reported to have sold 250,000 units worldwide, which was 150,000 more than their previous album. Okay, so the first album, Love Diary, it is a quite successful album as well. However, the second album called Promise, it is sold 250,000 units worldwide, which was 150,000 more than their previous album. So that means this one is the most successful album. Why? Because of this part where it is stated they managed to sell 250,000 units worldwide of this album. Lagi banyak lah kan. So yang ni lah yang lagi successful. Okay, now question number 20. Copies of second album sold. This one as well, students tend to make mistakes. They said that the answer would be 150,000. No. And then some of them even minus. They do some kind of mathematics here. They calculate this part. So 250 minus 150 becomes 100. So the answer is 100,000. No, the answer is actually there already. Copies of second album sold. Here, this album was reported to have sold 250,000 units worldwide. So that is the answer. No need to do any kind of mathematics inside your head. No need. The answer is there already. Okay? Now let's continue the biggest challenge. You can see this part. I think the hardest thing for us is the interviews. So the answer is the interviews. This one, be very careful. As you can see here, interviews with S. So plural. Okay, you have to make sure you write this part correctly. Follow the word given in the text. Okay, if the text said interviews, that means the answer is interviews with S. Okay, be very careful. Same goes to question number 20. Okay, units. So units with S. Promise, no S, no S. Be very careful. This part as well, yeah. This part, you have to make sure you be extremely careful, especially regarding the capital letter as well. Capital letter, small letter, spelling, punctuation, for example. And then another one would be the instruction here. No more than 3 words. So even if you answered this part correctly, but if you write more than 3 words, then it is considered wrong. Okay, this part is actually very strict. For example, question number 22. The answer is help each other. Where to get the answer from this part? We try not to get nervous before a show. So we always help because this works best. So here, if you say they help each other, the thing they do before a show, they help each other, it is wrong. Even though the answer is there, help each other, but it is wrong. Why? Because it exceed the number of words. Kat sini dia kata apa? Dia kata no more than 3 words. So kalau kita buat lebih daripada 3 words, salah lah. Okay, it should be 3 words only. At least, maximum 3 words. So help each other, that's it. Okay, so be very careful. part 2 and part 3, you have to make sure. You have to make sure you be extremely careful regarding spelling. I have to repeat. Okay, spelling, capital letter, small letter. And then the number of words and punctuation. Punctuation tu apa? Tengok keadaan dia. Kadang some students they write full stop when it is not needed. So salah juga. Okay, so be very careful. Right, so now let's continue. Question number 23 and 24. Future projects. You can see here they are now preparing for their next show in Korea. Okay, so perform in Korea. Number 24, act in the movie called. Here it is stated this year they are also going to appear as guest stars in the movie Pink Rain. So they are going to act in the movie called Pink Rain. Okay, so here are the answers for part 3. Hopefully, you are able to understand this part. Okay, like what I said just now, if you have any problem in understanding this part or any other part in this paper, you can always message me or you can also write comments here. Okay, now let's continue. Question number 4. Part 4. Question 25 to 32. Okay, so here as well, you have to be careful. Remember the things that I said just now. Be careful. About what? About the spelling. About the capital letter, small letter, the punctuation, and the number of words. Here, it is stated you have to write no more than 3 words as well. So be very careful. Remember, no more than 3 words. That means maximum 3 words. So, 1, 2, 3, that's it. 1, 2, 3 words only. Okay, no, you can't write 4 words. Okay, so here, question number 25. Ethan was told off for talking to Alice during Miss Gina's class. So here as well, what you can do when you have to answer this part, this is the tips for you. If I'm not mistaken, I have talked about this one before when we discussed for your UP. Okay, when we discussed your ujian pengesanan before, I told you already the tips that you can follow when you answer this kind of question. What you have to do is, you read the text first, read everything first just to get the idea of what the text is about. And then you read the question. Okay, read the question to get the ideas, to get to understand what you have to find in the text later. Okay, once you understand all the questions here, you look at the text again and you skim and scan the whole thing. Try to understand everything so that you are able to answer the question. Okay, so now let's look at question number 25. Ethan was told off for talking to Alice during Miss Gina's class. So where can we get the answer here? You can see this part. I am discussing something with Alice. Okay, I am discussing something with Alice. So Miss Gina said it's always Alice or Libby. Please pay attention when I'm teaching. Okay, it is always Alice or Libby. But here, Ethan said I am discussing something with Alice. So, it's not Libby. The answer is Alice. Number 26. Miss Gina was teaching Ethan. Okay, so here it is stated the answer is geography. Why? Here you can see. After that geography lesson. So, here, for sure, Miss Gina was teaching Ethan geography. Number 27, Ethan was coughing badly when he got home that evening. So here it is stated he was coughing badly. That evening, when Ethan got home after school, he was coughing badly. Okay, now number 28, Ethan ate chicken soup for dinner that night. This one you have to be very careful. Why? This one, his mother decided to prepare chicken soup. Why? Because he couldn't eat the fried rice. So the answer is not fried rice, He couldn't eat the fried rice. So his mother decided to prepare chicken soup. The answer is chicken soup. Okay, now number 29. When Miss Gina greeted him that morning, he just smiled at her. This one is actually very straightforward. The answer is there. Oh, sorry. This one is for the chicken soup just now. He finished it. Okay. Here it is stated. Miss Gina welcomed her students, including Ethan, into her class, but he just smiled. The answer is there already. He just smiled. That's it. Okay. And then remember, another mistake that students tend to do is they repeat the word. For example, here, you can see the word he already. He, and then the blank space. But sometimes, students tend to repeat the word. So, they say, he just smiled. So, if you answer he just smiled, yes, it is 3 words. He just smiled. But then the word he is already there. So kalau jawapan tu jadi when Miss Gina greeted him that morning, he just smiled. So it is wrong. Okay, so be very careful. Do not make any kind of repetition for the word given. Okay, kalau jangan ulang lah, maksudnya jangan ulang. Kalau dah bagi he tu tak payah tulis he dah. Okay, now number 30. The pain in Ethan's throat. So where to get the answer? It is from this part. Okay, he answered that his throat was hurting, so he could not talk much. Okay, and then number 31. Ethan was able to finish his work. You can see here. That night, okay. That night he watched television. Oh, this one is for number 32 actually. Number 32, Ethan watched television before going to bed. Why here? That night he watched television. Number 32, some students tend to say the answer is play video games. The answer is no. Why? Because he could even play video games if he wanted to. Maksudnya kalau dia nak main, boleh. However, he decided to go to bed early. So that means after watching television, he straightly go to bed. Okay, he did not play any kind of video game. Okay, so this one is for question number 32. Number 31 tadi, mana jawapan dia? Oh, 31 teacher tak tulis lagi. Okay, so 31, Ethan was able to finish his work. Okay, here you can see the sentence, number 1. Here, in class, okay, this paragraph, in class, he only talked with his classmates when he needed to. He also managed to finish his work. Okay, that is where you get the answer for question number 31. Okay, Ethan was able to finish his work when he talked less in class. Alright, so yang ni pun ada yang buat repetition perkataan to finish his work. Salah lah. Okay. Kalau ada lah kan, kalau ada case macam tu. So you have to remember all the things that I said just now. Now, question number 33, not often. So what you have to do, okay, this one, some students, they don't understand the instruction. So here, it is stated, what you have to do is, you have to complete the table below with a word. So, a word only. A word, satu perkataan je lah, satu perkataan. Tapi, some students, they write more than one word. So, salah lah. Okay, be very careful. Walaupun meaning dia bagi 2 words. Number 33, not often. 2 words kan? Not often. But here, the question asks you for 1 word only. A word from the text. So, find a word in the text that has the same meaning as not often. So, here the answer is rarely. Okay, here, the green one there. He also rarely finishes work. Question number 34. To stop someone from doing something. So here the answer is interrupt. Where to get the answer? This part, yeah. He didn't interrupt the teacher at all. So when you say interrupt, that means stop someone from doing something. For example, you interrupt me. So that means you are trying to stop me from teaching. Okay, it's like that. Okay, so now let's continue. Okay, this part as well. Remember, if you have question, comment below. Or you can always PM me. Okay, hopefully you are able to understand the whole thing. Okay, the reason why I make a video today is because in case you can't understand, you can pause the video and then you can play it again in order for you to have a better understanding. But if you still can't understand it, it's okay, message me. I will try my best to explain everything to you, okay? Move on to the last part, which is part 5. Here, what you have to do, I am sure that you are familiar with this part. What you have to do is, you have to choose from the sentences A to H to fit each gap. So here, as you can see, there are 6 gaps. Okay, 6 sentences have been removed. So you have to choose the best sentences to fit each gap. Okay, but remember, there are 2 extra sentences which you do not need to use. Okay, 2 extra sentences. So this one, I am quite sure that I have explained to you how to answer this part. But in case you don't know, the easiest way is for you to read the sentence before and the sentence after. Read the sentence before and the sentence after and try to figure which one would be the most suitable sentence to put in the middle of the two sentences. Okay, yang mana yang paling sesuai untuk letak tengah-tengah antara sentence sebelum dengan sentence selepas tu. Okay, so here you can see question number 35. The answer is H. She only needs to pick up the item she has ordered at a designated collection center. So here macam mana boleh dapat jawapan H ni? We look at this part. Okay, wait for a while. Okay, here. If she would agree to the terms and conditions, there would be no more home delivery for her. So, tak ada home delivery. So, yang mana yang paling sesuai? For sure, she needs to pick up the item. Okay, she needs to pick up the item. Alright, no more home delivery. So, yang tu yang paling sesuai lah instead of the other options. Question number 36, the answer is E. Okay, therefore, she quickly agreed to the condition. So, kenapa jawapan dia E? Let's look at the sentence here. The possibility of getting a free one was certainly tempting. Okay, the possibility of getting a free one. A free what? A new handphone. Okay, was certainly tempting. Therefore, she quickly agreed to the condition. So, yang ni sebenarnya dia punya keyword adalah tempting. Tempting tu macam tawaran tu macam menggoda lah kan, tempting. So, E. Therefore, she quickly agreed. Bila tawaran tu macam bestnya tawaran ni. So, quickly agreed. Dengan lajunya dia bersetuju. Okay, yang tu keyword dah lah. Okay, and then question number 37. She could pick it up anytime between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So, here where to get the answer. Her package was ready to be collected. So, that's how you know the answer is F. Kenapa? Sebab dia kata she received another short message, SMS to inform her that her package was ready to be collected. So, anytime lah. She could pick it up anytime between 9 to 7. Okay, very easy kan this one. Okay, and then continue question number 38. 38, the answer is C. The man asked her for the PIN number given by the seller. So, macam mana jawapan dia boleh jadi C? Let's look at this part. He keyed in the number. So, takkanlah suddenly he keyed in the number. For sure, he asked the number first. Okay, the man asked her for the PIN number. That's why the answer is C. Kan, senang kan this part actually. When you look at the question, the sentence before and the sentence after, you can actually answer this question. Very easy actually. Okay, now question number 39. The answer is B. He handed Lisa a small box and asked her to check whether she got the correct item. So here, number 39, the answer is B. Where to get the answer? Okay, sorry. Here, this part, he went to find her package. Lisa was satisfied to see everything in good condition upon inspection. So, yang mana yang he went to find her package? So dia he handed Lisa the small box. And then he asked her to check whether she got the correct item. Lisa was satisfied, okay, to see everything in good condition. So, kena lah kan? Yang tu yang paling sesuai tengah-tengah dia. Right, so 39, the answer is B. Last one, number 40, the answer is A. The answer is A. The price was a brand new handphone. Here you can see it is stated he gave her a beautifully wrapped box. The price was a brand new handphone. Why? The answer is A. Because here it is stated already dekat awal tu dia dah cakap dah. Okay. She might stand a chance to win a new phone if she would agree to the terms and condition. So that's how you know the answer is actually A. The price was a brand new handphone. Okay, Lisa got it just by a stroke of luck as she never thought she would stand a chance of winning. So yang tu lah jawapan dia. Okay, very simple actually. Okay, so this part as well, remember, in any part of the this reading paper, this paper 1, paper 1 for PT3, if you have any question, you can always PM me. Remember, message me anytime. I will try my best to answer all your questions. Or you can also comment here if you want to ask me any question, okay? Hopefully, this video is helpful to you, inshallah. Okay, hopefully. So, I think that's it. Let's see. Oh, here. Okay, Lisa got it just by stroke of luck. Okay, I mentioned that just now already. Okay, so I think that's it for today. What you have to do is, don't go anywhere yet. Okay, what you have to do is, you have to do the corrections in your exercise book. And then as usual, you have to submit me the evidence of your work. Okay, do corrections in your exercise books. Hopefully, you still remember. You still remember the parts where you answered incorrectly, so that you are able to do the corrections in your exercise books. Okay, so once you have finished this video, okay, once you have finished once you have done all the corrections, what you have to do is to do the iRate. Okay, for iRate, I will give you the instruction later in our Telegram group. Okay, so I'll see you in our Telegram group then. Okay, thank you very much everyone for joining my class today. Hopefully you are able to understand the video. Remember, any question, PM me. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much. Thank you. Love you. Bye bye class.